cards from Dennis Lin and just want to pull a card just to guide us, support us, and bring us insights that can help us to move forward in whatever situation you find yourself with greater ease. That's my intention here. I'm Dr. Katya Rusana, and spiritual counselor, and I love helping people to thrive, especially after trauma, because trauma does not need to mean a life sentence. You can find a ways to make peace with your past. So let me just take a moment here to shuffle the cards and find the one that wants to come forward. So if you just tuned in, just say hi, and here we go. So today's card is here, and it says Spirit Keeper of the East. And it has this beautiful, beautiful picture full of light, and maybe that's something we need right now, some light, some inspiration, some insight. So let me just read the card's meaning for us, so seeing what it says. So here we go. Spirit Keeper of the East. Card meaning: new beginnings. A fresh cycle is occurring in your life. Wipe the slate clean. It's now time to release the old and start again. No matter what happened in the past, it doesn't need to repeat in the future. How powerful is that? And so often we kind of get stuck in the past. We kind of feel like that's what our life is all about. But we have the opportunity to create a different kind of future. So let us affirm that my past does not need to equal my future. You do have a choice. You do have an opportunity to really, truly claim the power that is within you, to be the co-creator here and create the life you desire. So let's continue. What else does it says here? Your native spirit wants you to know. In native traditions, the directions are honored. It's believed that every direction has an associated spirit that can be called upon. In this great cycle of life, the east is the place of rising sun. It's also associated with planting seeds in the springtime, birth and waxing moon, and new beginnings. Pulling this card means that this is the close of one cycle and beginning of another. So we are talking the Spirit Keeper of East card here. And although it's often difficult to release familiar routines, situations, or relationships when they no longer empower you, your native spirit asks that you not cling to the old, but set sail into new waters. Face your fear and allow yourself to stretch in a new direction. Wonderful opportunities will be born in your life. And the journey, stand and be still. Breathe and center yourself. Then slowly turn in a circle. Close your eyes and feel the energy of each direction. There's a difference in the feeling in each direction. Stand facing east as the sun rises to sense the unique energy of that direction. So that's an additional opportunity here for you. But one thing I want to go back and share a little bit more about is like it's talking about closing the cycle and starting afresh. So how do we do that? How do we break that pattern if we feel that we are stuck in the past? If we keep repeating the same old, how do we have that new, fresh start? And that's something I want to give you a couple of things, because it says here, no matter what happened in the past, it doesn't need to repeat in the future. So do you notice some patterns in your life that has kept repeating? So here is one thing that you can do. First of all, the awareness is the key. If you see that something has repeated, it's like, what can I, as a soul having this human experience, what can I learn from this experience? Because what happens right there, you start seeing the situation a little bit differently. Because sometimes these patterns, they can be very painful. They can be very like, can't I just go away? Can't I just have more ease in my life? But if you notice this repetition, it is often karmic. And when we have a karmic pattern repeating in our life, we need to learn from it in order to set ourselves free. So you can ask, like, okay, what is this learning opportunity here? What am I learning? And how can I use this situation for my upliftment, for my growth? Because if it has repeated, I have lots of compassion. I have had situations too that have repeated, have been painful. And like, I have just wished that they would go away. So if you are there, you are not alone, first of all. But when we want to break through a pattern, when we want to have that fresh start, we need to make peace with our past. Because until we do, as much as we would love to be free, the past keeps coming back up like a beach ball that you try to push down. But you know what happens? Like, you use a lot of energy. You are very limited when you're pushing a beach ball down. And in one moment, it will bounce back. So we need to let the air out of that beach ball if we want to have that freedom. And that's something I'm talking in my book, Your Spiritual Curriculum, as well. I give you 5 steps how to make peace with your past. But one of the most important steps there, and I will give it to you now, is to ask, what am I learning through this situation? So seek for the lesson, seek for the learning, because that's where the opportunity is. Because when you have the awareness of the lesson you have learned or are learning, what happens if you repeat the situation again? You go through it differently, because you see, like, here it is, first of all, again. And this is what I can do to have more love, compassion, and kindness towards myself when I'm going through this challenging situation. So right now, I just want to send some love, send some light ahead for you for your path. Because I know life can be challenging at times. But we are here as souls having this human experience. I call this place Earth School. And sometimes when we want to have that fresh start, we need to set ourselves free. So just check in if there is any attachments you feel that you still have from the past that are holding you back, that are kind of keeping you stuck. And just allow yourself to find that opportunity to set yourself free. And I have meditations that help to clear those energetic cords that we might have, because that's part of the process too. Finding that learning and also finding that opportunity to claim our energy back. And that energy is yours. So if we have gone through challenging life experience or trauma, sometimes we leave part of us back to that situation energetically. And that's why we feel that we are stuck in the past. And the opportunity we have here is to claim our freedom. So it is an opportunity. And whatever I see, there is some comments. So whatever works for you, like call the person, the spiritual master, ascended master, the thing that works for you. There are different ways and different paths. So honor your path and find a way that works for you to claim your freedom from the past so you can have the new fresh beginning. And I will check my channel. There is opportunities with these guided meditations that I love to do that support this process, because in order for you to have the freedom we need to have make peace with our past. So we talked today about the Spirit Keeper of the East card, and I hope that this message resonates with you. I'm sending you lots of light, lots of love, and sending you opportunity here that will give you inspiration. So thank you for tuning in.